I, Mrs. Uma Agrawal, welcome you to expert lecture series organized, managed and conducted by BYK College of Commerce under the able guidance of respected Principal Sir Dr. Shri Ram Kulkarni and ably supervised by respected Vice Principal Shri Praveen Mule Sir. I heartily congratulate and thanks both the respected sirs for giving me an opportunity and expressing confidence in me. Thank you, sir. In our earlier lectures, we had studied the topics of human activities, business objectives, and role of profits in business. Today, we will study the topic of classification of business activities. Business may be classified broadly into two classes, industry and second is commerce. Industry are mainly concerned with production of goods and services, including services provided, including creation from utility, while commerce deals with distribution. Adverting to industry, they are further classified into three categories: primary, secondary and tertiary. Primary industries means agricultural, extractive and genetic. Secondary industry means manufacturing and construction. Tertiary means service industries like transport, banking, etc. Commerce can also be classified into two groups, trade and auxiliary. Further, trade can be divided into home and foreign trade. Further classification of trade has been presented in the slide. I request to please concentrate. The divisions are whole and retail in home trade, while import, export, intraport or re-export are divisions of foreign trade. Likewise, auxiliaries are divided into transport, warehouse, insurance, banking, advertising, mercantile and communications. Industries. Industries means conversion of raw material into goods for ready to use. Primary industry. It's a nature-oriented industry. Generally, its product cannot be used as it is. It needs some processing to make it ready to use. The output of primary industry is used as raw material by secondary industry. This primary industry can be firstly classified into agricultural industry. Agricultural industry, which means farming and cultivation. Its products depend upon fertility of land, climatic condition and rainfall. Its product needs to be processed before consumption. Extractive industry. These industries' primary product is to extract the substance from natural sources like land, air and water, which means mining, fishing, etc. Genetic industry. These types of industries are engaged in reproduction and multiplication of plants and animals like poultry farm, nurseries, horticulture, etc. From this slide, one will get the clear idea of what does genetic industry actually means. Further adverting to secondary industry. Their primary objectives to convert the raw material produced by primary industry into finished goods like tomatoes converted into sauces and ketchups. This conversion can primarily be done in manufacturing industry with the help of machine and manpower, and the goods converted may not only be consumable goods but capital goods also, like textile, sugar, paper industry also. Construction industry. These industries are primarily devoted to small, medium and large constructions like building, dams, bridges, metro, etc. In other industries, goods are manufactured at one place and transported for consumption to other places. But the products of these industries are attached to the earth and its benefits are not movable. It's the only one which creates immovable wealth. Tertiary industries. Main object and product is to provide services to primary and secondary industries like transportation and banking. Under traditional product, hotel tourism, entertainment are modern products, and it can flourish only if primary and secondary industries grow, which means it is a parasite industry. Second part of commerce is mainly divided into two parts, that is trade and auxiliaries to trade. Let's adverting to trade. It start after industrial activities get over. Industry service only when trading activities are in force. Their main object is selling goods and services for money or money's worth, and they are spread in local as well as international market, and main object is to transfer right title and interest of goods and services from seller to buyer. This can be further seen from two categories, home and foreign trade. Home trade, which may commonly known as internal and national trade also. In this type of trade, goods are sold and services are provided within the jurisdiction of the nation using local currencies for exchange. This national trading can be done in two steps, wholesale and retail. Wholesalers purchase the goods on large scale directly from the manufacturer and work as an catalyst, which means it purchases the goods from the manufacturer and supply it to the retail chain. They are like a middleman between manufacturer and retailer. Retail trade, they are mainly a source for providing goods and services to the ultimate users, that is the consumer. They work normally as a middleman between wholesaler and consumer, and activities are restricted to small scale. They purchase goods from the wholesalers and supply it to the consumer for their own premium to survive and exist. Foreign, external or international trade. These trading activities takes place between seller and buyer of two or more countries Goods and services travel beyond the nation's boundaries, and trading normally takes place in different foreign currencies. Can be further classified into import, export, and intraport trade. Import trade, mainly goods and services are brought from other countries into the territorial boundaries of our nation. Export trade, goods and services are sold beyond the territorial boundaries of our nation. Intraport, it's an combination of import and export trade, means importing goods and services from one country and exporting it to another country, like procuring from Japan and exporting it to Africa. Auxiliaries to trade. They support smooth flow of goods and services from seller to buyer, including overcoming difficulties by working as support agencies in big quantity of goods and large amount when involved in a trade deal. These auxiliaries are as transport, warehousing, insurance, banking, advertising, mercantile agents, and communications. Let's see one by one. Transports. Its main object is to create place utility. Normally, goods are produced at one place and consumed at another place. To bridge the distance between the above two, transport is necessary or inevitable. Warehouses. Its main object is to create time utility, which means that some goods are produced in one season and consumed throughout the year, like agricultural products. In other case, goods are produced throughout the year but consumed in a particular season, like raincoats, woolen cloths, etc. This time difficulty are solved by warehousing, by preserving the goods in good condition till their consumption, where warehouses play a prominent role. Insurance. Main object is to resolve risk and cost. Every business is prone to risk of robbery, fire, theft, etc. And this risk can be transferred to the risk takers like insurance companies by insuring on payment of premium. With doing so, the risk, cost, and tensions are shifted to safety. Banking. Main object is to facilitate business without hindrance of flow of money, as trading requires huge capital and regular availability of funds for smooth and regular business, which are provides in the form of loans, overdraft, cash credit, etc. by opting to different types of bank accounts providing services like checks, demand drafts, ATM, credit cards, etc. ensuring solving difficulties of financial support. Advertising. It facilitates reaching the customer spread over a wide area by pinpointing the utility and goodness of the product in today's competitive world, by providing knowledge of variety of products available and making awareness for ease of business to sell the goods through the medium of newspapers, radio, TV to the consumers who stay indoor. and by posters, hoardings, neon signboards to outdoors customers. Mercantile agents. They facilitate helping hand to the seller by reaching to customer spread widely, which the seller alone cannot reach, thus bridging the gap between buyer and seller, and these agents are known as brokers, consignors, etc. Communication. They facilitate the communication gap by making exchange of information easier between producers, traders, and consumers through mediums like cell phones, postal service, email, etc. Thus, saving time and money and making trade a easy task, shortening or removing the distance between the two or more entities. With this topic, I hereby complete the different facets and modalities of Chapter 1, Introduction of Commerce and Business. I am confident that we all are acquainted and understood all the topics of this chapter. I thank for patience and attentive understanding of this chapter with a hope to meet again for the next chapter in near future. And thanks once again